Oh, hi there. Want to know who's back? Well, it's your Sports Zone. No commentary, unfortunately. But that's okay, because we got some NFL news I have just been dying to cover over the last 2 hours. And ladies and gentlemen, that is Aaron Rodgers has been traded. Rodgers hasn't been traded yet. Even better. The snake has been reborn. Yeah, I gotta get another Packers jersey now. And yes, I just threw my Aaron Rodgers jersey halfway across the room. Neither here nor there. 1-year deal. Bortles is with the Packers. And oh my goodness, I could not be more happy. I've said on the channel before, the Green Bay Packers are my third favorite team. Oh God, now second favorite team. Sorry, Saints. You're out the door now. Packers are now my second favorite team in the league. I'm still a Jaguars fan. Alright. Even if Trevor Lawrence ends up being a bust, whatever the case may be, I'm still going to be a Jaguars fan. But obviously, I'm not going through the whole story because you probably hear me say it a million times on this channel before. Bortles is the reason I'm a Jaguar fan. And until the day he retires, he is going to be my favorite NFL player. So in this video, you're going to be hearing probably a lot of crazy predictions. Definitely some bias. Relax in the comment section. If this is all wrong in 2 years, I can't say, my favoritism didn't get in the way of something when I was making this video, because I am way too excited. And just finally, I can root for Bortles again without, I don't even know why, because when he was with the Rams and, oh God, that snout with the Broncos, it was just me complaining and whining and just seeing Jared Goff and Drew Lock suck the air out of me when I say, hey, you had the best backup in the league. Even last year, he was a top 5 backup. You want to know how many quarterbacks got hurt? Yeah, Denver wasted them. Neither are here or there. I'm just sitting here watching these Rams and Broncos games like, Jared Goff and Drew Lock are awful. They are awful. Even Jared Goff in 2018 wasn't that good. Hot take number 1 in this video. He really wasn't. He was carried by Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp. I made a video back in 2019 saying Bortles signing with the Rams was probably the worst decision of his career. And for 2 years, that video was correct. But not anymore. Not necessarily anymore. Now, here's the deal with the Packers. We all know about the whole Aaron Rodgers might get traded situation. Do I think that's going to happen? Honestly, no. I think Aaron Rodgers is staying put. What does this mean for Jordan Love? Of course, they drafted him in the first round back in 2020. This is pretty much a case of Jordan Love isn't ready yet. And in case Aaron Rodgers does leave, Love ain't gonna... He ain't going to be ready. So, moral of the story here. If Aaron Rodgers gets traded and Jordan Love has a terrible training camp, Blake Bortles is the Green Bay Packers starter week 1. That's right. He'll be getting his first start since week 17 of the 2018-19 season. I have been dealing with this Bortles torment for 2 full seasons, and it is driving me nuts. I need to see my favorite player play. Alright? Just whatever he does, just don't throw 5 interceptions and get benched, because that would just pretty much make me not believing you anymore. But that's neither here or there. I ain't so quick to give up on Bortles yet. Everyone pretty much has. The day he signed with the Rams, people are just like, Bortles, he sucks. And here's hot take number 2. Remember, 2 off seasons ago, the same off season Bortles signed with the Rams, people looked at Ryan Tannehill, and people said, Ryan Tannehill, he was okay with the Dolphins. He's clearly a backup in Tennessee. He's going to be nothing. It's just a 1-year thing. Maybe he replaces Marcus Mariota. Titans aren't going to make the playoffs or nothing if he does. Taylor's just going to try to revive his career and become Andy Dalton 2.0. Well, were we all wrong there, weren't we? Yes, we were. Obviously, Ryan Tannehill turned out to be great, made the Pro Bowl in 2019 after benching Mariota in Week 6, I believe. And the rest is history. He's currently a top 10 quarterback in the league. You're telling me, Bortles, as a 29-year-old who is much more athletic than Ryan Tannehill, and, let's be real, might make some people laugh, but better pocket composure. When he was with the Dolphins, Tannehill now definitely has better pocket composure, but when Ryan Tannehill was on the Dolphins, his pocket composure was terrible. Bortles can make plays happen on the run, and something tells me he hasn't lost much of his speed. You're telling me on an offense with Matt LaFleur, a young head coach who's already made back-to-back NFC Championship games, with Robert Tonyan, an emerging tight end, Davante Adams, who in my opinion was the best receiver in football last year, Allen Lazard, remember, Allen Lazard was on the Jaguars practice squad in 2018. There is some little combination for you there. And the Packers also have Marquez Valdes-Scantling, who is pretty fast. Caught a touchdown in the NFC Championship game. And in my opinion, he's one of the most underrated wide receivers. And to add in a fourth option, make Bortles even more comfortable in the system, sign D.D. Westbrook. Oh, and they have Mercedes Lewis as the backup tight end. This is making sense. You will build a team around Bortles, and you are going to help him succeed. And just like in 2017, Bortles doesn't have to play like he did in 2015, throwing for over 4,000 yards, 35 touchdowns. He didn't have to do all that. It can be just like he did in 2017. Be the conservative quarterback. Play well. In 2017, he played well against teams like the Seahawks. He legit beat the Seahawks pretty convincingly. Of course, the defense played strong as well. This was obviously the Saxonville year. But still, he played well with Seattle. Against Seattle, rather. I wanted him to sign with the Seahawks, but I think the Packers, now that I'm thinking about it, might be a better option. Well, we will see. Obviously, future will tell on that. But I'm trying to think, in divisional games against the Colts and Texans that year, he was playing great. And obviously, he played pretty well in those playoff games against all three teams. Buffalo, 85 rushing yards, main reason why the Jaguars won that game. Jaguars defense was getting tired near the end of that divisional round game against the Steelers. Bortles comes up huge, absolutely ginormous, with a 35-yard completion to Keelan Cole midway through the fourth quarter, pretty much sealing that game. And my moral of the story here is Bortles can win games, but he can rely on a good running game. Leonard Fournette in 2017 was arguably the best Jaguars running back since, he has been the best running back in Jaguars history since Maurice Jones-Drew. That's not even debatable. And he was a hard-nosed, good receiving back, but better run down your throats, wear the clock type of running back. That is what Aaron Jones is. It's just he's way more consistent than Leonard Fournette. That is the thing. Aaron Jones is obviously better than Leonard Fournette. I mean, God, we don't have to go into statistics there. That's pretty obvious. You surround Bortles with weapons and a Packers defense very similar to those Jaguar defenses in 2017, 2018 that were pretty good. You have yourself a recipe for success. And again, don't be afraid to go out and get D.D. Westbrook here. If I'm Green Bay, don't be. You lost Tavon Austin. You need a punt returner now. Get Westbrook for the punt return team and let him get some receptions while he's there. Me personally, I think D.D. Westbrook is better than Valdes-Scantling. But that's just me. Jaguar bias maybe getting in the way there. I don't know. That's up for debate. I know Westbrook tore his ACL last year, so maybe he struggles. But I know the Vikings were interested in D.D. Westbrook. And I'm telling you, now that you got Bortles, Packers, here's your time to leapfrog over your division rival and get him. And another hot take. which none of you are ready for this one. Oh, I'm going to get hate for saying this, but in my opinion, Blake Bortles, right now, third best quarterback in the NFC North. Yeah, it is Aaron Rodgers, Kirk Cousins, then Blake Bortles. Yes, Blake Bortles, I said right now, is, well, I can't say Justin Fields just yet. Fields hasn't played a game. Hold on, we'll pump the brakes. Fields could certainly pass him, but for right now, benefit of the doubt, Bortles better than him. The fact that Sean McVay did not play Bortles over some tragic Jared Goff performances in 2019, I don't know how. I think most coaches do pull the plug on Goff like midway through that 2019 season, but no, not for McVay. He was passionate. He stuck with Goff, paid him all that money. It made sense why they stuck with them, but it really didn't help out the Rams in the long run. They lost. Obviously, they didn't make the playoffs. Lost by a tiebreaker. Probably make the playoffs with Bortles. I say they do, or at least look like they made a better effort of trying to make the playoffs. What else? And then Andy Dalton and Nick Foles. No, Bortles is better than them. I'm sorry, but they just are. You know, people forget, I think, the Jaguars moved on from Bortles to get Nick Foles. I'm going to tell you right now, and I know Gardner Minshew hasn't been terrible, but I'm going to tell you right now, would you have rather kept Bortles for another year or took that risk on Nick Foles? Because it looks like in my eyes, Doug Marrone gave up on Bortles anyway, so it looks to me, Minshew was going to get playing time in 2019 anyway, so take what you will there. And that's not to mention, again, this got me kind of my final take here, coaching. Coaching. Sean McVay, asides maybe giving Goff one too many chances in LA, is a damn good head coach. Vic Fangio, on the other hand, no. Gus Bradley, probably the worst Jaguar coach in history. Doug Marrone, an AFC Championship appearance away from being just as bad. But I get it. Bortles has had sucky coaching his entire career, but that's not the player's fault if the coaches suck. You have Sean McVay teaching him the past season and a half. And even Vic Fangio's an okay-ish quarterback coach. There is room to thrive here in Matt LaFleur's system. And again, Bortles, he does not have to do what he did in 2015. He does not have to force the ball downfield. He doesn't have to throw 4,000 yards. He doesn't have to throw 35 touchdowns. No! Have a pretty basic Bortles stat line, which would be, an average Bortles stat line. If he was to play a full, now 17-game season, Bortles, and I'm just going to wrap this up by saying he will play better coaching with new coaching, but I guess I'll wrap it up with the season statistics. If he plays all 17 games, and I'm not going to go into depth saying, if he only plays like 13 games. No. If he plays all 17 games, Bortles will have I would say, a 64 completion percentage, which isn't great, but again, this is typical Bortles numbers here. 24 touchdowns to 12 interceptions, which in a 17-game season will be the second lowest of his career. I still think, he'll obviously throw some interceptions, especially in the first few weeks. He's going to be rusty. Again, he hasn't played in nearly 2.5 years. So we'll see. But I would say 24 touchdowns to 12 interceptions, 3,400 plus yards. I don't know if that'll be enough for a Pro Bowl. I doubt it, especially in the NFC, but crazy things happen. Packers finished the season, they finished the season 12-5, and who knows what happens in the playoffs. I'm not going to say Packers will win the Super Bowl. No, we're not going to get too carried away. I've already gotten carried away enough, but I'll say Packers make the playoffs with a 12-5 record with Bortles at the helm. Why not? Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm very excited. The Snake is back in the NFL. Go tell your friends. Fletcher Sports Zone's hyped. And I'll see you guys in the next one.